focus on bariatric surgery and an operation to reduce the size of her stomach, allowing only minimal food intake.
Betty Jo Elmore was a 24-year-old living in Missouri, weighing 654 pounds at the beginning of her weight loss journey.
From record-breaking sizes to jaw-dropping transformations, these stories are packed with humor, heart, and a lot of grit.
She could no longer get around the store on her electric wheelchair, and she never left the house again.
So grab a snack, sit back, and get ready to meet some of the world's most obese women who remind us that no matter how heavy life gets, there's always room for laughter, hope, and a touch of sad. Number 1, weighing more than a car. First up, we have Carol Joerger, who weighed over 1,600 pounds at her peak. Carol Joerger didn't just break records, she shattered. Weighing in at over 1,200 pounds, she was literally the biggest thing around, proving that sometimes the bigger the person, the bigger the story. I mean, just imagine this, living with more than the weight of an average compact car. Carol's life was far from ordinary. Her obesity was so severe that it affected every aspect of her existence, from the simplest daily activities to basic health care. To put it in perspective, even a short walk for her felt no less than an Olympic marathon. Carol became somewhat of a sensation, not just for her weight, but for the staggering amount of weight she lost naturally, which is 520 pounds in just 3 months. No, she wasn't following the latest juice cleanse.
Like and subscribe right now, and you'll have amazing luck for the rest of the week.
It was a matter of life and death. Her struggle wasn't just physical, but emotional and social. Facing relentless judgment from society, she battled isolation and fought for dignity in a world that often looked away. Number 2, the half-ton killer. The story of Mayra Rosales is like a sensational headline, but behind the drama was a woman fighting for her life and innocence. Weighing over 1,000 pounds, Mayra was labeled the half-ton killer after being accused of a crime that had everyone buzzing. But here's the twist, she didn't do it. Turns out, the only thing she was guilty of was being stuck in a body that made her a prisoner in her own home. Mayra's life was defined by dependence because every movement required assist and day-to-day tasks were unimaginable. When the public eye turned to her, she didn't just face legal battles, but had to confront her own reality.
A defendant so big she had to be cut out of her house and transported in a moving van.
This dark moment led to something life-changing. Mayra embarked on a weight loss journey that made her shed over 800 pounds. Yes, you heard that right. More than the average weight of an adult male. It wasn't without challenges, but it proved that even when life throws you a 1,000-pound curveball, you can find a way to turn it around. Number 3, big dreams, bigger challenges. Meet Tressa Hollis Neely, a woman whose weight peaked at over 800 pounds. Tressa's past was filled with trauma, including a career that she loved but could no longer pursue due to her size. Tressa's story is relatable to anyone who has ever felt like life has put them on pause. Except for her, it was literal. Tressa spent years confined to her bed and was unable to walk or even roll over on her own. Forget about taking strolls in the park. Just sitting up felt like summiting Everest for Tressa. But
I've been staying as active as I can. I have to do my exercises from my bed because I still can't get up.
what stands out about Tressa's story is how she managed to find moments of lightness, often joking with her family about little victories like being able to sit up unassisted. Through multiple surgeries and a cruel rehabilitation process, Tressa lost over 400 pounds and continued working on regaining her independence. Her story is a reminder that small wins can build into major life changes over time. Number 4, too big for a bed. Pauline Potter wasn't just known for her weight. She became a Guinness World Record holder as the world's heaviest living woman at 643 pounds. But don't let that record fool you into thinking her life was all tragedy. Pauline found a way to make headlines with her unexpected wit and attempts at shedding pounds in unconventional ways, including this one method that raised eyebrows. She literally claimed that having intimate relations with her ex burned up to 500 calories each time. Talk about combining business and pleasure? Her story was more like a contradiction, a life both celebrated and scrutinized.
Because I feel like I'm not established here like I was in California, so I am doing nothing all day. It's boring as heck. My only physical activity is walking to the bathroom from my bed.
Pauline's fame brought with it waves of online attention, both supportive and cruel. Yet, through the chaos, she fought to control her own narrative. She showed the world that even at your heaviest, you can still dance through life, just maybe not as lightly as others. Number 5, rescue at 30,000 feet. Eman Ahmed Abd El Ati from Egypt once held the title of the heaviest living woman, weighing around 1,100 pounds. Her story captured global attention when she had to be airlifted to India for medical treatment. That's right, airlift. Forget the typical ambulance ride. Eman's transport required careful planning, involving a cargo plane, a reinforced stretcher, and a team ready for anything. Eman's journey was more than just about weight loss. It was about survival. In India, she underwent several medical procedures that helped her shed over 600 pounds. The world watched as she smiled for the first time in years, hopeful and on her way to a new life. However, her story took a heartbreaking turn when complications arose, leading to her untimely passing. Eman's legacy is a bittersweet reminder of how the human spirit can shine even when the odds are towering against it. Number 6. The irony of fame. Suzanne Aman is not your typical story of obesity. While most of the women we've discussed battled their weight reluctantly, Suzanne embraced it with an entirely different perspective. She wanted to be the heaviest woman in the world, on purpose. Yes, you read that right. At her most weight, Suzanne tipped the scales at over 800 pounds and had ambitions of surpassing even that. Her reasoning was her bizarre belief that she was on a unique journey of body positivity and self-acceptance, taking living life large to an extreme. While Suzanne's mission gathered attention, it also created a buzz and sparked debates. Health professionals rang warning alarms, pointing out the severe risks involved with such massive weight gain. But Suzanne remained firm. She appeared on talk shows, starred in YouTube interviews, and shared her daily routine, including meals fit for an entire football team. Yet, even Suzanne admitted there were days when the struggle was real. Number 7. Living life horizontally. The story of Renee Williams is both heart-wrenching and illuminating. At just 29 years old, she became immobilized due to her size, which had expanded to over 880 pounds after a series of traumatic events. Renee is a mother of 2, and her weight escalated after she was involved in a car accident that left her with limited mobility. Her attempts to diet or exercise were crushed by the pain that followed her accident.
I guess closer to my hip area. My waist is actually in here. It's really small compared to...
You could say life handed her lemon, but she didn't even have the energy to make lemonade. Renee's story caught the public's attention when she was featured in documentaries that captured both the despair and glimmers of hope that defined her existence. Her children became her primary motivation for seeking surgery, an operation that came with immense risk due to her size. Sadly, despite her determination, Renee passed away soon after undergoing surgery. Number 8. The unimaginable struggle. Dominique Lano's story was so extraordinary, it became the subject of a TLC documentary, 600-Pound Mom, Race Against Time. Weighing in at over 600 pounds, Dominique's life revolved around her bed in a small home, Haiti, surrounded by 6 daughters who cared for her tirelessly. Imagine having your entire world shrink to the size of a single room and being dependent on others for everything from food to basic hygiene. Dominique's determination to improve her life led her to seek gastric bypass surgery, a procedure that could only be performed if she lost a significant amount of weight beforehand. With her family's support, she managed to shed enough pounds to qualify for the operation. But unfortunately, old habits die hard. The road to change was filled with setbacks as Dominique found it difficult to control her eating, even under the dreadful circumstance. In one particularly raw moment in her documentary, Dominique candidly admits, "I don't eat to live, I live to eat." It was a painful truth that resonated with many viewers who understood that the fight against obesity is as much mental as it is physical. Sadly, Dominique's journey ended tragically before she could undergo surgery. Her life serves as a testament to the emotional and physical battles faced by those struggling with extreme obesity. Number 9. When the spotlight hurts. Rosalie Bradford was known for holding a record most wouldn't wish for being the world's heaviest woman, once weighing in at a whooping 1,200 pounds. But Rosalie's story is about more than just numbers. It's about resilience, human will, and a community that sometimes pushes you down more than it lifts you up. Rosalie's weight spiraled after marriage when her struggles with food addiction intensified. At her heaviest, she couldn't stand or move without assistance. A breakthrough came when she began working with Richard Simmons, the very famous fitness guru known for bringing fitness to the masses. Through sheer determination and help from Simmons,
we often think a lot about our weight. We may have applied many weights, used many supplements, but still cannot achieve the desired measurements.
Rosalie managed to lose an astounding 917 pounds. It wasn't just a physical transformation, but an emotional and mental. The weight loss enabled her to speak publicly about her experiences, spreading hope and laughter in equal measure. But sadly enough, Rosalie passed away in 2006 due to complications related to obesity. Number 10. Aiming high and heavy. Monica Riley's story is unique for one reason. She was committed to becoming the heaviest woman alive alive by choice. Unlike most on this list, Monica set out to gain weight with the support of her partner, who helped her achieve her goal by feeding her high-calorie meal. Let's talk about relationship goals gone sideways. At her heaviest, she was around 700 pounds and still aiming higher. Monica's journey was showcased in various videos and documentaries that garnered millions of views. The couple's lifestyle choices sparked heated debates online, with viewers torn between astonishment and concern. But then, life threw a curveball at Nicole. She found out she was pregnant. Oops! This news shifted her perspective dramatically. The dream of becoming the heaviest woman quickly took a back seat as she faced a decision that many mothers can relate to, choosing her health for the sake of her unborn child. Monica made a significant change, focusing on weight loss to ensure she could be there for her baby. And just like that, her story flipped from being shocking to an inspiring. Number 11. Donna Simpson's record-breaking act. Donna Simpson didn't just struggle with her weight, she aimed to make history with it. At one point, Donna held the title for the Guinness World Record as the heaviest woman to give birth, weighing in at around 532 pounds. But her story didn't stop there. She became famous for her unique ambition to become the world's heaviest woman at 1,000 pounds. Her daily calorie intake was more than 12,000 calories, and she documented her eating feats online. Surprisingly, Donna turned her lifestyle into a business, with people paying to watch her eat on camera. A very weird combination of fascination and financial strategy. But when health issues and the strain on her family became too significant, Donna chose to change her path, swapping fast food for salad. Her story leaves us with a lesson in taking control before the tipping point tips you. Number 12. Tammy Slaton's ongoing battle. If you're a fan of reality TV, the name Tammy Slaton from 1000 LB Sisters will sound familiar to you. Tammy's story consists of sibling rivalry, sass, and serious health struggle. Alongside her sister Amy, Tammy showcased the ups and downs of their weight loss journey on national television, complete with arguments, failed diets, and unforgettable one-liners like, "I'm starving. I could eat an entire pizza by myself."
And while it's a big achievement, Tammy's surgeon, Dr. Eric Smith, isn't surprised she's made it so far.
Tammy's life took multiple dramatic turns, from battling weight-related health crises to facing the harsh reality of hospitalization. But it's not all tears and drama. Her blunt humor and no-nonsense personality kept audiences hooked. The series documented her setback, her attempts at rehabilitation, and even her moments of joy and laughter. Tammy's ongoing journey shows that weight loss isn't a neat, linear process, but one full of risks, wins, and, of course, reality TV-worthy drama. Number 13. From tragedy to triumph. Melissa Morris is one of the original stars of My 600lb. She kicked off the now famous reality show with a story that has left millions of viewers scratching their head. At over 650 pounds, Melissa struggled with basic tasks, feeling trapped in her own body. Her dream of becoming a mother was slipping further out of reach as her weight escalated. Melissa's turning point came when she underwent bariatric surgery, an exhausting process documented on the show. Viewers watched as Melissa fought through pain, cravings, and emotional breakdowns.
Fell apart when she got gastric bypass surgery and lost the weight,
showing the raw reality of such a drastic transformation. But her willpower never declined. Melissa's determination paid off as she lost over 500 pounds and fulfilled her dream of becoming a mother. Her story remains one of the most inspiring in the series, demonstrating that with grit and a dash of humor, life's biggest hurdles can be overcome. Number 14. The Tale of Betty Jo Elmore. Betty Jo Elmore's journey was also featured on My 600lb Life, where viewers were introduced to her struggles with immobility and the reality of weighing over 650 pounds. What made Betty's story particularly gripping was the unexpected twist during her weight loss process. She discovered she was pregnant. Betty Jo's pregnancy brought a whirlwind of emotion. On one hand, she was overjoyed by the prospect of becoming a mother. On the other, her weight put both her and her baby at significant risk.
But thankfully, she's managed to not only hit the target, she's gone way above it. And even Dr. Now can't deny that Betty Jo has really shown him that she's willing to work on herself.
The tension was visible as viewers watched her navigate this very risky period, with doctors warning her of the dangers that could deteriorate both her health and her journey to motherhood. Despite the obstacles, Betty Jo maintained a resilient spirit, even trying to stay humorous and happy. Through determination and support from her husband, Betty Jo managed to lose weight and safely deliver her baby. Number 15. The Comeback Queen. Amber Rachdi was only 23 years old when she appeared on My 600lb, weighing nearly 660 pounds. Her life was confined to the walls of her home, and her anxiety about going out added an emotional weight that aggravated her physical struggles. Despite her apparent strength, Amber often said self-deprecating one-liners, laughing about how her obsession with food could turn a trip to the kitchen into a stand-up routine. Amber's determination showed through.
Second, she had to agree to airfare to their their clinic.
As she embarked on a life-changing weight loss journey featuring countless setbacks and moments of doubt. With a sharp tongue and undeniable charm, Amber won over audiences who cheered for her from their living room. She successfully underwent surgery and adopted a healthier lifestyle, losing over 400 pounds and becoming a social sensation. Number 16. Tamy Lyn Murrell's late start to a new life. Tamy Lyn Murrell is another obese woman whose story is one of the later-in-life transformations that surprised everyone. Weighing over 600 pounds, Tamy was very well aware of the limits that obesity put on her life. It took years before she realized that drastic change was necessary. Her will and humor were visible to all when she referred to her stubbornness as being both her greatest weapon and biggest down. Tamy's journey wasn't easy, marked by moments of frustration where she openly admitted that giving up seemed like the easiest option. Tamy eventually underwent surgery and began the painstaking process of turning her life around, shedding hundreds of pounds. Her story serves as proof that it's never too late to change your life, as long as you're willing to sweat, laugh, and maybe complain a little along the way. Number 17. Susan Farmer's fight against all odds. Susan Farmer's journey was not only about weight loss, but also about overcoming unforeseen challenges that would make most people throw in the towel. Susan, who weighed over 600 pounds at the beginning of her journey, was determined to regain her independence. But her story took a dramatic turn when she faced an unexpected medical issue. She was diagnosed with a rare nerve condition that threatened to paralyze her. Despite these setbacks, Susan's fierce will to survive and live kept her moving forward. She stayed very positive and hopeful throughout her journey, and she proved it by pushing through physical therapy, surgical recovery, and dietary changes that tested her patience. By the end of her documented journey, Susan had lost significant weight and was back on her feet, figuratively and literally, inspiring viewers with her resilience and infectious spirit. Number 18. Charity Pierce's relentless spirit. Charity Pierce captured hearts when she made her journey public, weighing over 770 pounds. Her life had been full of struggles, but what stood out most was her fierce devotion to her daughter and the dream of seeing her grow up without the burden of an ailing parent. But her battle did not come without challenges and hardship.
And she already knew that losing weight at this point would be an uphill battle task to do.
Charity faced multiple surgeries and health scares, but pushed through each one, motivated by her love for her family. Her willpower and hope about her situation provided moments of relief amid the heavy challenges. By the end of her journey, Charity had lost over 500 pounds and continued her fight for health. Number 19. Too young to give up. Christina Phillips' obesity journey was particularly tough because of her age. She was just 22 years old and already weighed over 700 pounds. Her weight had turned her life into a series of unending battles where even the simplest task felt impossible. Christina often looked like she got out of breath just thinking about walking. The gravity of her health situation worsening, but she didn't give up. With determination and support.
First, we'll discuss the cosmetic and wardrobe changes she's made since achieving her goal weight.
Christina underwent weight loss surgery and changed her diet, ultimately losing over 500 pounds. However, her journey came with its own set of challenges post-weight loss, as adjusting to life in a new body presented unexpected hurdles. Number 20. From Taco Queen to triumph. Nikki Webster started her journey weighing over 650 pounds and was known for her intelligence and wit. She was determined to reclaim her life, so she embarked on a mission that involved surgery, sweat, and a serious reduction in taco. After shedding over 450 pounds, Nikki found joy in rediscovering simple pleasures like tying her shoes and seeing her toes. Eventually, her upbeat spirit turned her journey into a true triumph of willpower and wit. Number 21. The bed, the battle, and beyond. When you're 642 pounds and stuck in bed, you've got a lot of time for self-reflection. Lupe Samano knew this too well. It was like her bed, and she had been in the longest relationship of her life. Post-surgery, her battles shifted from weight to relationship drama. Despite the emotional roller coaster, Lupe emerged stronger, cutting ties with toxic influences and prioritizing herself for the first time. Her story reminds us that the biggest battles are sometimes fought with those closest to us. Number 22. Laughing through the struggles. Cindy Vella's journey involved more than just stepping on a scale. It was stepping past her fears. She weighed over 600 pounds and had extreme anxiety due to it. She was so fat it would take a whole roadmap just to turn her over in bed. However, facing setbacks, including doubts and diet struggles, Cindy's resilience shined through. With every pound lost, she found moments of joy, proving that laughter truly lightens the load road to change. Number 23. A mother's determination. Milla Clark's story is unforgettable due to her fierce determination to be there for her children. At her heaviest, Milla weighed over 750 pounds and was completely bedridden, relying on her family for everything. Her story documented not only the physical challenges, but also the emotional burden of feeling like she was failing handling her children.
It's been maybe 7 years since I've gone anywhere in a vehicle that wasn't an ambulance. What I'm hoping is that when I see Dr. Now today...
Milla's battle was harder than most. She underwent multiple surgeries, including a double knee replacement, which was necessary for her to stand on her own again. Despite the intense pain and struggles, Milla's focus on her children's future kept her pushing forward. Over time, she lost more than 500 pounds and regained her mobility, becoming an inspiration to parents everywhere who fight for their families against the toughest odds. Number 24. Redefining self-worth. Zsalynn Whitworth's story highlights a different aspect of the battle with extreme obesity, which is relationship. Initially, Zsalynn weighed over 600 pounds and faced not only health issues but also emotional challenges from her marriage. Unfortunately, her husband was unsupportive of her weight loss and even admitted to preferring her when she was heavier, which added tension to her journey. Despite these challenges,
probably too busy Googling how to sabotage your wife's weight loss or where to hide donuts in a weight loss household.
Zsalynn chose her health and well-being over maintaining the status quo. Her journey to lose over 300 pounds included moments of doubt, but also showcased her newfound independence and self-worth. Zsalynn's story resonates as an example of how weight loss can be more than physical. It can also be a pathway to reclaiming one's self-esteem and identity, and making tough choices for personal happiness. Number 25, a story of resilience and setback. Jean Covey's journey was unique, showcasing the reality that not all stories have neat ends. Jean weighed over 650 pounds and struggled immensely with her health and motivation. Her journey was filled with both hope and the harsh reality drawbacks that many people face in their weight loss journey. At one point, Jean's weight loss process was hampered by emotional and financial challenge. However, her candidness about her situation made her relatable to many viewers who understood that not every story ends with success. Jean's ongoing battle shows the complexity of obesity and the need for continued support, not just for weight loss, but for mental and emotional health as well. Number 26, Dottie Perkins, A Mother's Love. Dottie Perkins' life story is deeply emotional. At over 640 pounds, Dottie was fighting for her life while also taking care of her 2 sons. One of her sons had severe medical needs. Her journey was particularly heart-wrenching as she balanced her health journey with the responsibility of being a mother to her boys. Tragically, Dottie experienced the devastating loss of one of her sons while she was filming for a show. There was immense pain and grief, yet Dottie's will to continue her weight loss journey in memory of her son was incredibly moving. She managed to lose over 200 pounds despite the overwhelming challenges and emotional toll. Dottie's story is powerful evidence of a mother's strength and the ability to push forward even in the darkest times. So anyway guys, these were some stories of the world's most obese women. Their stories are filled with hardship, resilience, and transformation. Each journey highlights not just physical battles, but deep emotional and mental struggles that resonate with many. Despite the daunting odds, these women found strength, hope, and moments of victory, reminding us that beneath every weight is a story worth telling. For more interesting content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe,